Hey guys, what's up? So I don't think that growth is gonna fix the economy. I've been thinking about this for a bit now, but I just haven't made a video about it yet. So it seems like a lot of people are saying, like people that apparent, I guess, know what they're talking about, have been saying that the economy is not really great right now. Like they say that the economy is better, but like for the average person, it's just not great. And there's a bunch of like details and stuff that I either don't know or don't remember. And so I don't know exactly how it works. I'm not like an economist or anything. But there's some thoughts that I've been having, and I figured that I would, share my thoughts on the internet and see if any of you guys know um, what's up, or if I'm wrong, or you can just tell me in the comments, I guess. So uh to me it seems like there's like two there I guess there's around two different ways that you can like try to fix the situation. And like you can try to print more money, but that is just going to increase the rate of inflation. Or you can like make more stuff. You can have like to grow the economy, right? Like either but there's only so much money. So even if or there's only so much value, I guess I should say. So if you increase the amount of money, it's still roughly the same amount of money. It's just that the number got bigger. You know what I mean? And if you make more stuff, like then there's more stuff to spend the money on. But if nobody has enough money to buy stuff, it doesn't really matter how much stuff you make. Like I've been hearing people saying that the biggest group, the people that spend the most money in the economy, so like the biggest pool of consumers, not like by number of individuals, but like how much money is being spent, is the upper class, because they have the money to spend on stuff. And there's the least amount of people in the upper class, like because capitalism is a competitive economic system. So the people in the upper class have outcompeted the people in the lower class and middle class. And since it is a competitive economic system, they are also competing with each other, and they will naturally outcompete each other. So people have been saying the middle class is shrinking. That's because they're being outcompeted in a competitive economic system. So they're being pushed out of the middle class into the lower class, or at least that's what I think I'm seeing. Like I'm trying to put all this together in my head. So bear with me if I'm wrong about something. Let me know in the comments or whatever. But this is what I think I'm seeing, right? So they're outcompeting the middle class. They're outcompeting each other, which means likely the upper class will start shrinking if it's not already. And that means that those people are being pushed out into the middle class and into the lower class. So if you have a competitive system, someone is going to eventually outcompete everybody else. And it's just a matter of time until that happens. So if the biggest pool of consumers is in the upper class, or the people that spend the most money in the economy is in the upper class, and that pool of people is shrinking, then it doesn't really matter how much stuff you make. Like it doesn't matter how many goods and services there are if like 8 people are buying them. You know what I mean? So I really don't think that growth is going to fix the economy. And like printing money isn't going to fix the economy. That's just going to raise inflation. So like people, they manipulate the interest rates, like they raise the interest rates and they lower the interest rates and all that, but that's really just like regulating the system on the fly. That's not really solving any kind of problems. So I think what we need to do is we need to change the system. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and people argue that like the reason that we need a competitive system is because it makes better goods and services, but that's not really what happened in practice, though. Or at least to me, it doesn't seem like it. Because what ended up happening is we didn't actually get better goods and services. We got cheaper goods and services, and and all of these businesses who are competing with each other, they do anything that they can to get a competitive edge on the other people. So there's planned obsolescence. There's they um, outsource the work to other countries because it's cheaper labor. And like you, you compare like capitalism and communism, everybody does, and it seems to be that everybody thinks we need to do one or the other, but I don't see why we can't just like come up with a new economic system, because there's like what, 8 billion people on the planet right now, approximately, and we have the internet, so there's the most people that we've ever had on the planet, and we can all communicate. And you're trying to tell me that like nobody has a better idea than this. You know what I mean? I think, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me that we're still running um a competitive economic system, because like there's no shortage of goods and services. Like we have so much stuff. Like there's plastic bags at the bottom of the ocean. There's so much trash in space that we're probably going to have our own rings at some point, like Saturn. There's so much food that we're throwing it away because we just can't eat it all. There's plenty of medicine. There like I think maybe I heard somewhere that we're having like a shortage with doctors or something, but I think that that's probably more of an educational system failure than like people don't want to be doctors. Like I think that most people want a profession that actually matters, that where they actually get to help people. But I saw somewhere, I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw somewhere that they were saying that like I think it was 1 in 3 doctors has an alcohol problem because of just the amount of stress. And I'm pretty sure they were also saying that if I'm remembering this right, that the rate of suicide in doctors is like pretty high. I don't know. I'm not in the medical field. I don't know if I know any doctors, but I've known some nurses, and uh like the medical field can be stressful. I got on kind of a rant and I forgot exactly why. Oh yeah, we have plenty of stuff. Um so I don't know why it is that we are running a competitive economic system in the first place anymore, because I feel like it's maybe kind of out of date. Like we're competing with our own people over money, which you need to survive. So we're basically competing to survive in the economic system with our own people. You know what I mean? Like with your fellow Americans or Canadians or wherever you live. And I don't understand why we don't try at least experiment with moving to a more cooperative economic system where we try to grow the well-being and resources for the entire society. I mean, I guess there's like a few different ways you could do it. Probably, I don't know. I've put a lot of thought into it, but I don't know exactly how you would implement it. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I think probably the more we communicate about stuff like this, the more we share information with each other on the internet, probably the better off the world is, you know, because if we can make ourselves smarter, then that's kind of good for all of us. If I'm wrong about anything, let me know. If you disagree, that's okay. We can disagree. Let me know that too. Like and subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. I'm trying to get monetized because I'm trying to get some extra money coming in so that I have more time to work on some projects. Me and my brother are trying to make a video game, but I honestly just haven't had the time and energy to work on it very much lately. But you know, like if I had extra money coming in, then you know, I would have more time to work on it, and you know, not work as much, doing other stuff, trying to make the money. So I think that that's all I had to say. Um, have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Bye.